Set in the year 10,191, where typically it would have been ruled by a bunch of high-tech technologies like phones, computers, robots, or AI, Dune Part 1 looks a lot different. It is the epic adaptation of the 1965 novel of the same name by Frank Herbert. The story concept is so popular that this 2021 remake by director Denis Villeneuve is the third one, preceded by a 1984 film and 2000 miniseries. Welcome to Galore Techs. Today, we're going to have a look at the movie Dune, which is the story of the political intricacies where the powerful are all after the desert planet of Arrakis and its valuable and coveted treasure, the spice. We'll explore all the technological aspects of this epic movie and see how they made a movie that won 6 out of 10 Academy Awards nominations. Bringing Dune to the big screen had been the long-standing dream of director Villeneuve, and instead of building on the elements of the previous adaptation of the movie, he went back to the book to bring his own images that came out when he read it. The movie was made with a set budget of $165 million and managed to earn $434.8 million at the box office. It was well received by the audience and critics alike, with a review aggregate of 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. The principal aspect of this movie is its vastness and different landscapes, and the filming locations played a vital role in bringing Frank Herbert's epic sci-fi novel to life. The story unfolds on the lush planet of Caladan before transitioning to the harsh desert world of Arrakis. Caladan's scenes were shot in Strandlandet, Norway, known for its abundant water bodies and green landscapes mirroring that planet's rich vegetation. For Arrakis, filmmakers chose Wadi Rum in Jordan, capturing its rocky formations and sandstorms to portray the desert planet's harsh environment. Abu Dhabi and the UAE provided practical shots and scenery backdrops, with scenes in the Liwa Oasis and the Rub al Khali Desert, adding authenticity to Arrakis' rugged terrain.
These real-world locations, along with some CGI enhancements, ensure that the movie transported audiences to a captivating and immersive universe without relying solely on digital effects. Now, let's start by talking about the amazing and otherworldly set design, which really played a vital part in bringing the concept on screen. Patrice Vermette was the movie's production designer. He made sure that he kept the aspects of the sets grounded and close to reality to make their extraordinary elements as immersive for the audience as possible. He used minimal set extensions and no green screens. Now, if you've seen the movie, you would have seen the ornithopters, which are advanced aircraft resembling giant mechanical birds. They achieve flight through flapping of their wings, mimicking the motion of real birds. Ornithopters were used for transportation in aerial combat in a variety of images, including ziggurat architecture from Mesopotamia, Egyptian references, some bunkers from World War II, brutalist architecture from Brazil and the Soviet Union in the vast landscapes of Arrakis. The cockpit was designed to keep the occupants always in visual contact with the landscape. Some exterior shots of the flying vehicles were caught by filming helicopters flying over UAE and used the references for the aircraft. For the movie, 2 ornithopter models were crafted by London prop makers. These models, sized at 40 and 75 feet, featured working doors and cockpit areas. They were massive, weighing over 11 tons each, and had to be transported using an Antonov cargo plane to the filming spots in Hungary and Jordan. The flapping wings were added in the post-production using CGI. One standout feature of the movie is all of the costumes, and in fact, over 1,000 looks were created for the Arrakis, Caladan, and Giedi Prime. The costume design department was under the leadership of Jacqueline West and Bob Morgan, who also kept the looks grounded in history, and that's why, despite the story being set in the distant future, you don't see elements that are often shown in science fiction movies. The costumes had a prominent Middle Eastern influence inspiration and how it would look like in the future. They even have the term mod eval for the design approach. Moving on, we have the incredible visual effects of Dune that make it worthy of all the praise and accolades. The visual effects and animation for Dune Part 1 were orchestrated by the London-based company DNEG, along with other vendors like Wiley Co., RoUFX, and MPC. Their team of skilled artists and engineers contributed to 28 scenes, producing nearly 12,000 VFX shots out of the film's total of 1,700. Plus, there was a lot of CGI work too. For example, the battle where the two armies come together is entirely CGI. Each element was meticulously crafted to enhance the photorealism of director Villeneuve's immersive vision. Visual effects supervisor Paul Lambert innovatively employed sand screens during filming in Arrakis and Arrakis, opting for sand-colored backgrounds instead of traditional green screens in order to blend seamlessly with desert landscapes. These sand screens facilitated the integration of ornithopter scenes, utilizing helicopter footage with replaced ornithopter models to capture realistic sand displacement during landing and takeoff. Filming involved enclosing ornithopter models in a black box amidst blowing dust for added authenticity. Similar techniques were applied in Caladan scenes using gray screens and tinted screens to match interior and exterior settings. Blue screens were employed for Salusa Secundus scenes, chosen based on foreground and background imagery to streamline compositing. Approximately 18 tons of sand and dust were used on the set, with blowing of sand effects achieved using a V8 engine mounted on a tractor. Now, you might be thinking, why haven't we mentioned the mighty sandworms? Well, these creatures sure do deserve their own time, and boy do they have a massive presence in the movie. They are almost like a manifestation of the earth deity Shai-Hulud, and the Fremen worship them. The sandworms were brought to life through CGI, a process that posed challenges for the VFX team, particularly in determining the movements. Over a year was dedicated to studying the motion of many animals like worms and snakes. To simulate those sand ripples, the team took cues from the iconic 1975 film Jaws. Special effects supervisor Gerd Nevsert devised a vibrating steel plate beneath the sand to create patterns that would signal the approaching sandworm, and later expanded the coverage. Originally considering explosive rigs for desert surface breaking shots, logistical concerns led them to opt for Houdini software, simulating sand as water. More emphasis was placed on animating the sand around the worm rather than the creature itself, highlighting the meticulous attention to detail in crafting those sandworm sequences. Those gigantic sandworms are obviously iconic Dune animals, but then there's that little tiny cute desert mouse called Muad. A detailed, practical stuffed model of the animal was created and filmed in Jordan to capture the authentic desert lighting. The animation team studied footage of idle animals for reference and animated the mouse accordingly. In another scene featuring the creosote bush, the beautiful hologram was created by projecting different light slices onto Timothée Chalamet's face during plate photography, which was then adjusted based on his position on set using a projector. This was further enhanced by having holographic effects around him in post-production. The movie was filmed in the IMAX format, employing IMAX-certified ARRI Alexa LF and Alexa Mini LF cameras paired with Panavision's large format lenses. Certain scenes were adapted for IMAX screens with aspect ratios widened to 1.90 to 1 and 1.43 to 1 for enhanced viewing experiences. To attain that cinematic feel, the footage underwent transfer to 35mm film stock before being scanned back to 4K resolution. The inside scenes of those ornithopters were shot atop hill locations during Budapest, utilizing a specialized setup dubbed the dog collar. This rig featured a 25-foot high sand-colored ramp encircling a large gimbal, providing a dynamic and immersive filming environment. Dune Part 1, with all of its amazing graphics and storyline, was the 9th highest grossing movie of 2021. It even did pretty well on streaming and remained #1 for the whole 3 weeks. Dune has seriously gained the public's appreciation, and after the recent release of Dune Part 2, we're all now looking at a 3rd installment of the movie, which would conclude the franchise. So tell us, have you seen Dune 1 in theaters? What part was the most mesmerizing for you? Okay, but that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more interesting videos. Thanks for watching.